This fence runs along the US-Mexico border. Markus Rindt, director of the Dresdner Sinfoniker, wanted to play concerts in Tijuana, Mexico and San Diego, California, to protest President Trump's plans to build a new border wall. But the US authorities refused to issue a permit for the concert on the California side. And now some technical problems have arisen. Will the concert come off as planned? This is Tijuana, the day before the concert. Markus Rindt is nervous. He's been planning this concert for months, but some details have to be worked out on the spot. At the hotel, Rindt meets his vocal soloist, Sara Kurucic. She's from Guatemala. The German musicians have also arrived.
Sometimes I wonder whether we're really going to pull this off. Can we actually put the team together? On the other hand, it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be a great show. It's got to work. That's the important thing.
The first rehearsal takes place in a local cultural center. The German musicians warm up and meet some of their Mexican colleagues. There are some problems with the audio mixing.
What did he say?
He's checking to see whether the console has multi-track output.
What are we supposed to do if there's no multi-track output?
Then they'll mix the audio live.
That's ridiculous. Anyone can do it in stereo. So he's working on it?
Yeah. He's trying.
Okay.
The Dresdner Sinfoniker Orchestra has been mixing music and politics for years. But for Tom Goetze and the other musicians, this protest concert against President Trump's proposed wall is something special.
This project is important for me because we musicians can finally do something concrete to express our opinion in a specific place. It was particularly important for me to do this right here, on the scene, instead of in Berlin or somewhere else.
The music also matters for these percussionists. Luis Miguel, Manuel, and Jose traveled all the way from Mexico City to take part in this concert. Right now, they're at a junkyard in Tijuana. They're looking for metal objects that might sound interesting. Tomorrow, they'll bring them to the border zone and turn the fence there into an instrument.
One important idea is to be creative with the material. We think they are rubbish, but nothing is rubbish, you know? Everything is useful. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a kindergarten, you know? Like me, it's, oh my God, this is a big place, you know? Like very, very full of very different sounds, and it's fantastic. I'm very happy here.
A few hours later, at the border.
¿Estás oyendo monitores o no? Sí. ¿Más fuerte? ¿Más bajo? Sí.
Good idea. Because
The Mexican musicians have arrived from the junkyard. Now they can talk to Marcus Rindt about their performance.
But let's do it so. And an idea would be to start the piece with an improvisation of you three on the wall. Only you three. You can make whatever you want. Yeah, play. Let's say 10 minutes. Imagine to have an angel grinder. Yeah. Yeah, but it doesn't matter if it's together with the band. You can make noise. So the last part is okay.
But all the creativity in the world won't help if the sound system doesn't work properly. Marcus is concerned about that right now.
We have to talk. We've got to hook up those pieces of junk to the sound system, but we can't. Who's in charge of that?
We'll have to find out. That's what I'm doing right now.
And there are other problems. Pianist Rolf Sielke doesn't like the keyboard that's been provided. He knows the situation is a little chaotic right now, but he is trying to preserve his musical integrity.
Can I get a new one tomorrow?
Of course you can, absolutely.
Necesito la voz principal en el side field rudo.
The rehearsals continue well into the evening. The next morning, the weather is chilly and hazy, but there's no rain. The musicians are happy about that. The concert was Rindt's idea. He was born and raised in East Germany and fled to the West when he was 21. His vision is a world without walls.
We're not opposed to borders in general. We don't want to get rid of all the borders, but we are opposed to walls, barriers where people have been killed. Right over there, people tried to swim across the border, and they drowned. People have died in the desert, and while trying to climb over the fence. But people are going to keep trying. We've got to come up with some alternatives.
The fence on the Mexican side of the border has a colorful look. The Dresden Orchestra actually wanted to play on both sides of the border with musicians from Mexico and the US. But the American authorities were concerned about security, so they didn't issue a permit for the concert. A few Trump supporters tried to disrupt the concert. It doesn't work.
There aren't many of them. There are a lot more of us. We support the message of this concert with all our hearts. The world has to be told what's going on here.
This is the punk band Tijuana No. One of the orchestral musicians, percussionist Harold Thiemann, is concerned about this part of the show.
I'm worried about my cymbals. I brought them with me on the plane. They're very expensive. And now this punk band is using them. I didn't agree to that, so I'm a little concerned.
And the show continues.
The atmosphere here is great, and we're excited about that. There are a lot of great musicians here, like the band that just played. And now it's time for the Dresdner Sinfoniker.
The performance begins as scheduled at the border fence, or on it. The music now moves to the stage. Harald Thiemann composed this piece specifically for this show. For the finale, Markus Rindt has chosen the ballad Beyond. The Dresdner Sinfoniker are joined by other musicians and the Tijuana Youth Orchestra. It's a world premiere.
This wall is an awful sight, but we made something beautiful out of it. The idea is to eventually make this wall go away. We made music with these people. We wrote music especially for this concert. Music that's designed to bring people together, not divide them. And we pulled it off. We have nearly 100 artists here, and that's fantastic. I think it's absolutely great.
These musicians have taken a stand against border walls everywhere in the world.